You got another step?
No, the
What's
time
the
is
time?
up.
Okay, so we on.
But when I'm done, I just press end.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Like he is so funny. Like I'm gonna plug y'all real quick. Y'all some free game. If anybody got an introvert, like do not sleep on your husband, man. Cause them introverts, y'all to the world, y'all be like, oh, y'all extroverts, y'all so loud and extra, whatever. And introverts, they just innocent. They are not innocent. Like he always says some crazy, funny stuff. And that's why we be laughing when we come on here. You always saying something right before we start. But what's up, y'all? It's Toy and Sally. So basically, lately we've been dropping these videos back to back because it's been in our spirit to do so. So we just basically coming here chilling. Like I said, nothing too serious, just sharing. I know if y'all look in the comments, it says something along the lines of, I'm just a student along the way myself, and I'm just sharing a little bit of my study guide as I go along. It says something online to that. So that's all that is that we're doing. And it was in our spirit to talk about like mastering of self-love and what are you laughing at, silly? So basically, what I have been getting downloads about is that everything the way this world has taught us incorrectly, intentionally. So basically, what people think is self-love is truly not. And I think that goes along a lot with why, there's been time in my spirit where I made videos before about like makeup and jewelry and things like that. Because a lot of people, what I'm being told now, the interpretations of that was materials. Like this is kind of like I said part two, but kind of like relating deeper into what what I got in spirit about love or money. So what I was getting was materials, basically. This is why I likened that to that, because what I was saying that people led with that. I just got my thought back. Great. People led with that and thought that means they love themselves. Oh, I get my hair done, nails, and I love myself. But a lot of times people use materials to cover like insecurities and stuff like that. So basically, the true meaning of self-love is not your materials, it's not what you can and cannot buy. It's truly loving yourself genuinely and doing what is best for yourself. Now, what I mean by that is, like, examples that I was getting was, like, if you're in a situation that you know is not well for you, you have to love yourself enough to say, I'm going to get out of this situation no matter what. I'm going to do my best for myself because I love myself enough to know that I deserve better in any situation. So what I got the download was when it was said that some people were choosing material over love. That's an example of material, because what I was getting is that a lot of people are not leaving bad situations because they're worried about what the world material will say about them. Like, oh, y'all broke up, or oh, that's your third divorce, or you can't keep nobody. So you're choosing to stay in misery for that material gain, like, people to basically praise you and say, oh, you're doing great, even though you're not happy. Or if this person is from money and you feel like, okay, I'm financially stable, I have this big house, everybody thinks I'm rich, or they think I'm doing well. That's a person who, in that video of an example of choosing material over love. See, people just think, oh, it means love, like just love for the world or love for a relationship, but love for yourself. You can also be an error for not having love for your own self. So having love for yourself would say, I don't care what nobody think. I don't care what nobody got to say. I'm unhappy in this situation, so I'm going to make changes for myself. That's just the example I can use for self-love. Like I said, amongst things, eating healthy, taking care of yourself, of course, showing yourself that love, that time and attention, self-love examples of that, because some people may not know, is, like I said, doing the things that you love, the things that you care about. That's an example of self-love. But the video, it's not a long message. It's just basically saying, for those who was told to do things, like, we all have to do the work. So a lot of people have been deceived by thinking, just sit there and, Jesus is going to come and do this work for me. So a lot of you are not.
You just call on him.
Right.
You call his name and
Exactly.
Okay.
And a lot of you are stuck and not moving forward because you've been lied to and being told to just sit here and wait on someone that's never going to come, when you are that person who have to get up and say, I love myself enough. Because that's just a trick. Like I was saying, that fear is a trick of, I can't do it alone, so I need somebody to come do it for me. No, you are strong enough to do that. You know, you get out of those situations, that's showing self-love. And then your healing process can begin. And then the more you show your self-love, the higher you will become, the closer you'll be, you know, the more you'll be in tune with your spirit and be able to hear and go further with your purpose, what you came here to do. That's the point of this. So basically, those who were guilty of choosing material over love were those who said, I got the messages. I can hear you talking to me. I know you're trying to warn me. I know you're trying to help me, but I'm not fighting at all. I'm choosing to stay with these materials because I love my toys and materials too much to go the way you telling me to go. That's what those like instances were meaning when it was saying like loving, you know, choosing money over love, because it's like, I know I'm in error. I know I'm doing wrong. I know that I'm messing up, like 100%, no doubt. I'm choosing to mess up, but you know what? I don't care because I want to do it my way anyways. Those are the kind of people that's guilty because they knew better. They know better. They know better, and they're choosing not to do what they're supposed to do. So that's not self-love because you're choosing. You're so silly. Get away. You're choosing the material game. So that's what the video meant by, you know, what did you choose? You know, not knowing, you know, when you would go higher or either be met with the choice of going higher spiritually or staying lower, but you're staying lower, you're staying stuck, and you're choosing not to do what you came for. So you want to elaborate more, babe, when you were talking about, you know, like true self-love, like basically.
I mean, okay, mastering your self-love, or what is it? True self-love or whatever.
Right, true self-love, like.
I mean, in other words, you can say it's like one would call ascending or meeting your creator or unlocking your full potential, becoming a god, like whatever you want to call it, whatever
depending on what you believe in. Yeah.
But it's like you have to love yourself so much that you have to believe that you can do whatever it is you can put your mind to. Because and I mean like love with yourself, like you don't have to feel like I have to be like somebody else to seem like I'm cool or something like that. Whatever right. You love, just love it openly with no problem. And I ain't saying no gay shit, man. I'm talking about like if you're an artist,
right?
If you know what I'm saying, you like to work out, like to be healthy, not to be like Arnold Schwarzenegger or something in his prime and not like that, but just, you know, just work
whatever works for you.
To being healthy, or if you just love to cook, or you love being a landscaper, or you know what I'm saying,
right?
Or a roofer, you know what I'm saying, you think, or architect or something, like whatever it is you love, man, love that about you, because that's your personality and that's you loving yourself. Whatever natural talent or love that you have for yourself, it's not all about looking in the mirror like, oh man, I got a pretty nose, I got pretty eyes, stuff like that's good and all. That's steps within, you know what I'm saying, finding out your true self-love. But when you can really dig deep inside yourself and know that I can manifest anything that I want, then you would apply that on yourself. So if you do have an insecurity like, oh, my nose is too big or something like that, squash that, kill that, get, you know what I'm saying, get past that. Find the good things about you. Okay, I got some beautiful eyes. I can write with both of my both hands. That's unique. Most people can't do that.
Right.
Love that about myself. If I got a birthmark on this side of my face, that's beautiful. A lot of people don't have that. A lot of people would want that.
Right.
If you can draw upside down with your foot,
Yes, definitely.
embrace that. That's a something beautiful about you. A lot of people can't do. If you can look at a wall and can tell that, saying the symmetry of this wall is wrong. Whoever designed this is wrong. Embrace that, man. That's a talent no one else has. I'm just throwing some crazy stuff out there. I mean,
You
it
can't
can
say
take you
crazy,
somewhere,
but
but
yeah.
that's mastering yourself, your true self.
You yourself.
Because you can take that and take it to someone who's not probably supposed to be in your life because they're a downer. They're, they're a succubus. They'll suck your energy from you. They're vampires. Like, these people are placed in your life to keep you down and keep you hating yourself. I don't care how much you love them, or that's your mama, that's your brother, like whatever. If that person ain't no good for you, cut them off. And that's part of self-care, that's self-love. Because you love yourself more, that I'd rather go and chase my happiness away from you instead of keeping you in my life and keeping me farther away from my accomplishments, my goals, staying under your power. You sucking my energy from me. You sucking my power from me. That's self-hate. If you have someone who's literally ruining your day for no reason, that's somebody you don't need in your life. If you have an ideal, you have something that you're passionate about. Like I said, if people look at a wall and tell that the symmetry's off, you would be a great architect or something like that. That's something that you don't usually run into architects because they run in different circles. I'm just saying, love that stuff about you, because there's always going to be somebody who's going to try to keep you down from not loving yourself fully. And once you can master that, then you can do your ascension, your meeting your creator, finding yourself as a God and your full potential, all those things. You have to learn how to put that good energy out and remove anything that's negative or bad or a problem, however you want to label it. That's self-care. That's mastering your self-love. And that's just one example. There's other things.
More, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's plenty more examples. I just try to throw something out there that y'all can probably relate to, I guess.
Yeah,
or make it easy to understand.
Or pretty much just touching the surface. Like, we're just here to, little things we learn on the way, like drop little things. And it's everybody else's job to go do the work like we had to.
Two people figuring it out for ourselves and trying to help those who can't, or
those
problems,
who also
or need help, or haven't figured out, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Or
basically,
those who have figured out and we have something to, talk about, or maybe you might know something that you want to put us on to. Drop some knowledge. We don't discriminate. We don't care. We don't hate. You know what I'm saying? None of that shit. So it's like, if we ain't with it, we ain't with it.
And what I feel like is, I had it, but I lost it.
Sorry.
That's okay. I had it. It was like along the lines of what we're doing. Oh, basically because a lot of people there's things that they want to say or that they want to do, and they may not otherwise feel like they can or have no one to talk to. That's why I got it back. Basically, it's been many years of, me being on the path that I'm on, seeking answers. When I first, you can say, begin to awake, the paths, been seeking for things all this time. And what I'm told is that how I felt always having to try to find these things and not having clues, or the things I went through, for me not having the knowledge, not understanding, or not having someone to help me to that next level, to where I have to get to. It was a longer process for me. So now it's like, okay, I would never want anyone to go through what I went through. So if I can point you in that direction, of where to go to find that information. And I mean, literally, like, okay, I could say, okay, this is a cool book, you know, or I've watched a teaching on this person. I'd be glad to. And then it's up to that individual to, you know, go how, if they want to go further, if they want to stay where they're at or whatever, it's up to them. But I feel like I remember how relieved I would feel after years of finding this one little piece of information. And then years later, oh my goodness, I'm finding more. Then I'm finding more and I'm finding more. But after searching for like years to find each piece to the next piece, you know? So if I can make, you know, someone's self-love journey and getting closer to loving themselves easier by being like, okay, I went that way, you know, try that direction or try that, then I'm happy to do so. So it's not like we're trying to be like, oh, we're teachers. It's just as we're on certain paths and we learn, okay, that path isn't right. Let me share my findings. You know, let me share my findings that I found in case there's someone out there that's seeking how I was seeking. When I didn't know certain terminologies back then, and all I can do was try to make up the words for the visions that I'm seeing and not knowing what the terminologies are. I know what I'm seeing, but you know, my husband's he's the artist. I'm like, can't draw this out. You know, I don't know how to paint this out. So it's just like I'm trying my best to say it, and my husband's trying his best to draw what I'm seeing. You know what I mean? So it's like that's the best I can get. So now that I'm learning the actual terminologies to the things that I'm saying, I think it's cool because nowadays all this knowledge, someone else may know the terminologies, and by me putting that in the descriptions of my videos or hashtags, they can get led right to the page. So I thought that was cool because a lot of years just took me finding out the words of things. You know, I knew the symptoms, I knew what I was feeling, but I just couldn't find the words, you know, in order to find additional information to that topic, you know. So that's all we're trying to do. You know, we're just literally 411s. And that's what it used to be, 411. They used to call for information. That's it. Stop. Why you be playing me like I'm super young? Like, I'll stop playing. No, shut up. Whatever. You be playing like, oh, I didn't know you knew that song. Like, whatever. But anyways, yeah, we're just a 411. So no, we don't know everything. All we can share is our experience. So if you ask us a question, like if you ask me, like, wow, that's why we made the video, why we left Christianity, Hebrew, all that stuff like that. Because that means that person may be hearing their spirit. It's time to move forward, you know. It's time to move forward from Christianity. It's time to move forward from Islam. Let's break out of religion and slavery. So you may be thinking, like, am I tripping? I've been hearing this for 3 years and I'm trying to ignore it. It will not leave. Then you may type in why I left religion, why I left Christianity, and then be like, oh man, this is the same thing I'm feeling. I have nobody to talk to because everybody at church is telling me I'm crazy, I'm demonic, and I'm possessed. So where do I turn to? Where do I turn to? And then you like, oh, I found somebody else who's going through the exact same thing. And then you like, oh, I didn't know the words. I didn't know the terminology to that word either. But the thing she's describing sounds exactly like what I've been going through, you know? And that's why this kind of ties in, you know, to that, to me continuing of my mental health series, because, you know, a lot of terminologies that I use for mental health, you start comparing them to your spirituality, to spiritual terms, and you're like, oh man, I'm going through the exact same thing, except they call it bipolar, except they call it schizophrenic. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm trying to do is through personal, let me make sure I said that, through personal experiences, be able to say, I experienced that symptom. And when I Googled it, they called it this, and this is what I got in my download. You know what I mean? Just like that. Because it doesn't feel good walking through this earth thinking that you're crazy, but you know these symptoms, you know you ain't used to have them. You just got them one day. And you're like, how I go, you know, they say the common ages is your mid-20s or young early 20s, like 23, 24. How I go all these years, no problem, and then boom, 22. I'm 22 now, everything's falling apart. I'm 28. You know what I mean? So it's like you start to look around and be like, other people's symptoms are matching. So to me, it gives others hope if you want that. You know, some people are fine with saying, up, I have mental illness. That's their decision. But for those who feel that in their spirit and it's like it's more to me, I know I have a purpose, then you're the ones who this message is for. You're the ones who this page is for, because you decided hey, I want to follow my intuition and what I'm hearing in my spirit. So just letting you know, heads up, you may run to your church friends tomorrow and say, oh man, I finally got the pieces together. I've been hearing this for 6 years. Look, y'all, I know the way. Here's the door. Let's go. I'm the one here to tell you, don't feel sad and feel sorry when all of them look at you and say, girl, I told Pastor on you. I told the first lady. I told the deacon. I told the elder. I told the bishop. I
want to have a talk with you.
Right. You are in trouble.
All right, nigga, what's up?
You are in trouble. You get here now. And then they tell you you're not going to be standing in our church if you're spreading these lies. We're going to go through a possession. Like we're going to go through a healing thing. And if it doesn't work, you have to get out of here before you corrupt the other members. Let me tell y'all, download just told me what corrupt other members mean. It means wake the other members up. Corrupting them means you would have been snapping them out of that illusion that you used to be in. So they're like, we got to get you out of here before you take all our money out the church. You close our businesses up. So we just rather call you crazy and don't listen to Sister Sharon. Sister Sharon then lost it. You know she had that divorce last year. Y'all know she had that divorce. And y'all know Sister Sharon, y'all know she was going through something. Right. Y'all know y'all seen her husband walking with Melinda. Now y'all don't act like that woman ain't had no problem. Now this stuff happened because she didn't keep Jesus close enough. I know she read every day, and I know she came to Sunday school, but we told her sometimes it takes just a little more prayer. So don't act like y'all don't know what happened to her. And if y'all want to be like her, then y'all follow her on, because we don't need no devils in this house. Now put some money in the basket. Put them in there. You know what I mean? And I can make it comical because I've experienced this. I've been told this from these religions is demonic possession. That's, you know what that means? That's a way of saying I don't fucking know.
Right.
That's I'm just telling you the truth. That's why you go to your pastor and you say, well, Pastor, well, I keep having this dream. Well, I keep seeing this, that person. Baby, don't question God. That means I don't fucking, translation, I don't fucking know.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like when you come and you say, well, why don't good times if they say, Jesus was black, and then you start reading them scriptures? That's what they say, baby.
Okay, and then for
baby.
For all y'all that's in the camps, if you ask a question and say, oh, let me ask the elder.
Right.
I don't know.
That's what that means. I don't fucking know, baby. I'll get back to you. You know what I mean?
It's the back to you.
It's the truth. Like, you bring a deep question and you say, like, just let me just give an example. You say something like, no one's gonna be saved. You know what I'm saying? So they'll show you a scripture, they bring another scripture, they'll be like, those that were good can live among you in the land. They go share in your inheritance. Then you show that scripture. It's like, oh hell no, he ain't gonna mess up my service. I didn't wrote all this, I didn't plagiarize all this stuff down. And you think you gonna come in here and mess up my service? But that's just an example. Like, we only can use the ones that we went through. We talking personal experiences right now. Like I said, we laugh and it's comical because we talking about ourselves and things we've experienced. So don't feel like nobody feel like, oh, I came here for help and they're making fun of me. No. We're making fun of us. We're making fun of things that we've experienced.
And once y'all break away from that bullshit,
y'all gonna make fun of it too.
Y'all gonna make fun of yourself.
Y'all own self, right?
Y'all gonna send us comments laughing with us. I did that before.
Right.
Let me tell you a story.
Like, yeah, like just stuff like, like the church that we used to go to. I always like when you tell that story, babe, about the guy who would be like, oh, who gonna put some money in here? So we just laughing at ourselves because we know
this dude. Why they pick the most oh man, sincere beggar I've ever. I mean, he was just so. He had big eyes. Okay, his eyes were so big.
He's a great storyteller, guys.
You see his eyes all the way in the back of the church, and then he got glasses on, so they magnify his eyes. And you got the big screens, so you just see this man, big old eyes, water. Like he's about to cry, and he just sitting up there begging, like, please, if you have Jesus anywhere in your body, you will put it in your hand.
Pay my car note.
Go in your pocket and pull out the first bill, and he'll pull out his $100 bill. And you match this. Gotta give it to you 10 times fold.
Right.
And then proceed to put his bill back in his pocket. You just told me to match you, nigga. What's up? Now, I'm from the hood. When you say match me, that means you're bringing something to the table and I'm matching what you're bringing to the table. Why is yours going back in your pocket?
It ain't nobody else noticed. See, introverts are great storytellers and observers. No one else noticed. Because they start taking money. And then he'll make you feel bad because he'll be like, I know y'all got more than that. After they start putting 100, whatever, he'll be like, now y'all gonna rob God. I know y'all got more. And then he got his little stunt man run up down the aisles and shit.
Oh, this man doing laps in the hood. I mean, in the aisles. Doing laps.
Every freaking Sunday. He'll be like,
in the book.
Right. We going to the strip club tonight. Make it rain in here.
I think it's like a annoying fly in your house. Because you just sitting there, you like, man, how many times these buckets gonna come around and you just hear him going past you.
Right. And then another funny thing, I don't know, we're probably gonna title this just funny things that happen in the church. Another funny thing we want to talk about that y'all may have experienced.
Self-love, that's matching your self-love.
Yeah, because they can laugh at that's how you heal.
Because you've learned from these mistakes.
But see, another thing, let me tell you how
that's that stuff we was talking about yesterday about how you can be scarred by breaking
religious trauma, right?
You had that trauma, like, man, this stuff.
If
you don't know how to laugh about it, like, damn, we was fooled like that too.
That's why it's funny. So when you hear it, you like, I can relate. Let me tell you how cold the black churches start getting though. Like, we always knew for years since coming up. As soon as it's like after the preacher leave, right? After the preacher leave, it's like sometimes you have like one more gospel, like one more little chorus, you know what I'm saying? They'll come back out for like one more song, right? And then it's like I think right before that, they'll like do the announcements or something like that. You know, time to get the fuck up and go. Like your mom be like, get up, y'all, let's go. Right. Grab y'all coats. Cause you know, right after that, they finna send that damn bucket. So when they playing that last choir, sometimes they play the last choir song, when they like, go hug everybody. When they finna hug everybody, that's when the mama be like, grab your shit, we finna go. So when they doing the hugs and shit, we like slide out. You're supposed to sit back down for the announcement, the bucket and stuff. So let me tell you, that's how we used to all get out. I guess the mamas, when they ain't had no money that Sunday, that's how they get out, right? They read them and all that. Now, let me tell you how they got so cold now. We went to kept going to black churches. I think it was still the same way, right? I think they started catching on. This is a black church in Hawaii. So they was doing that. They was doing that mainland shit. You know, in Hawaii, all the black people go to the same church, but like it's like 2 or 3 that's all black. And then, but they be from all around the world. So you got your New York, your Chicago, your Georgia, whatever. But it was universal still that you walk up on the damn last song. So, you know, in Hawaii, just blacks, obviously not like, you know, it's not like it's mostly Hawaiians and white people that like basically took over. So even with the churches, the white people in charge of the churches. So I guess they started studying like, oh, they asked me before they got this last little choir song, right? So we went back and they switched the whole damn setup. So we, you know what I'm saying? Okay, about to leave, you know what I'm saying? About to leave, a little quiet song finna come on. At that time, like you were looking at other testimonies, we was hurting. We had no extra damn money. We already put money in there. This was the fucking third basket. They ain't talking about the first basket we left. This is for you leave a dough basket. So we already helped.
We still gotta go out.
Right. We already paid for the other basket.
I'm taking my IHOP.
Right. We already put in 2 baskets. So I'm like, all right, babe, you know what I'm saying? We got some, we got I'm saying, we got a little stipend and shit. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta get out of here. So this Sunday, they just switched up the whole deal. So we're like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? Here come a little quiet song. Before we thinking it's going to be like that next week. This time, they switched it up. I want to say they did the bucket before the choir. Man. Babe, all I know is it was like regular Sunday service stuff. It wasn't even nowhere near. We didn't think it was nowhere near the end. And they sent that third basket around again. And then I want to say the choir came out, and then the announcements came on. And I'm like, oh, they didn't change it up. Like, you can't even slide out no more. And that's the thing we talking about. And I'm not even on this, like, on some selfish, like, oh, we just trying to dip the plate. That wasn't the point of the story. The point of the story was they make you feel guilty. You really don't have nothing. Some people don't have nothing. They may just paid their last bill, or couldn't even pay their bill. Stuff finna get cut off, light bill finna get cut off, and they thinking, well, the Lord gonna look out for me. Now, babe, look at the sickest thing. If the woman down to her last $100 and she said, I got to pay my light bill, they gave me a notice they finna cut it off, right? And you sitting in and that day, he laid on thick. Will you rob God? Is a man gonna rob God? What are you gonna do to you? What are you gonna do to you? He done everything for you. You gonna rob him? How could you do that? You selfish, evil, degenerate. All that stuff they say. And now you feel sad as hell. He like, you know you got more than $1 in your pocket. What you really got in there? You know you flip them 20s around and them fives and grab them dollars when you put that plate back? Did Jesus do that for you? Because if my understanding, he was on that cross. So now you're like drenched in guilt. You're like literally drenched in fear. Am I lying, babe? Man, like I'm gonna have to run it back because he wasn't here. But you're like drenched. You're like super drenched. This is what I said, the last example. I said, so now he done told you, will you rob God? Will a man rob God? Right. And now he's like, you know, he done everything for you. He gave you food to eat, clothes on your back. What have you done? You degenerate, you're weak. And then now he's like, I seen you move that $20 bill in your thing when the basket came around. I seen you shove that 5 and 10 down and you grab for the dollars in your little pocket change. Did Jesus grab for you? Did he treat you like that? He done everything for you. So now you just guilty. You drenched in guilt. Now you got $100 left. And you trying to figure out how to pay this gas bill finna get cut off and your kid's hungry. So you don't trust God now? You're supposed to have faith as a mustard seed. Yeah. All you gotta do is just give me all you got in your wallet and he gonna get you 10 times full. And your intuition is like, okay, but we get all that, but they say you're gonna cut this shit off on Monday, okay? Yeah, that one church. No, hold on, man, look. We get that, boo. We hear all this stuff he's saying, but they say they're gonna cut your shit off on Monday. I mean on Tuesday and it's Sunday, you know what I'm saying? So it ain't that we ain't got faith and everything. They say make a way, but you got a cutoff day. You know what I'm saying? Like that's your real you being like use your common sense. Like this shit's finna get cut off. And you say, you know what? That's the devil. The devil, shut up, devil, telling me to spend my money on my electric bill, my kids some dinner tonight. Right. Devil, why the hell did you tell me to pay my bill, feed my kids? You are not of Jesus. Because Jesus would tell me to put it in the basket so I can collect with this other fucking 1,000. Why would I pay for my electricity and buy my kids some happy meal? You get behind me, Satan. Like, look at how foolish that sounds. So Satan just told you, I think you should pay your light bill and feed your children tonight. Because we can't worry about Tuesday and Wednesday. We know the babies need some food tonight. And you say that's the devil. You say your common sense is the fucking devil. And this man finna take your money and go buy a fucking jet. He can fly around and deceive the world.
Then he want to sit by the front door. This one church, he want to sit by the front door, the only way out. And you ain't paid your tithes. And he's sitting there waiting at the door to shake your hand. Like,
damn.
Nothing in that basket.
And the sickest thing is, when you ain't got no money, you try so hard, like, please don't give me no fucking eye contact. Like, you think that they know the struggle, like, you know the struggle. So you're like, okay, they see me hand the thing over. So they mash and tell them, okay, she ain't got no money this week. You know, but they ass is standing there like, this one church got a damn extender on the thing. Like, back in the day, we had this little ass basket that everybody just share. But that church we went to, it was like a big basket with like long ass, like, what do you call those, baby? The long arms of the basket. Like you can swing it to the next, you can swing it down the hole. So it's basically I'm saying to say you can't pretend it's the little basket. You can't move it fast. Right, like, but my thing is though, the basket's so big, it's like they're watching you too. Like the little basket, you just push it real fast, act like you put something in it. But it's so big and it swings. It's like, we know you ain't putting it in that damn basket. Put the money in the basket. Like you feel so bad when you leave church, but then now the lady gave $100. She ain't feed the kid, pay a light bill. So what she do on Tuesday, the fucking lights go off. The whole 2 days she's praying like, Jesus, I know you got me. You're gonna come through. You always come through. So you sitting in bed and it's like, Lord, it's 11:59 a.m. I know you're gonna fix it by 12 p.m. because they say they're gonna be here at 12 p.m. 12 p.m. Boom. House is completely dark. And you like, Jesus is gonna fix it. And now yourself is talking shit to you like, didn't I tell you I had to pay that bill on Monday? You know, they want to shut that bill off. Why the hell you feed your kids? That's you. That's your thoughts. Like, damn, I should have listened. But instead, you like, now the devil's attacking me. I'm sitting in the dark, but I'm finna face strokes. I know my Jesus is gonna show up. So now yourself is telling you.
I dare you to go back to that path. Like, can I get some of that time money?
No, I'm getting there. So now yourself is like, get your ass up, learn from this dumbass, goofy mistake, get the hell out of that church, save your money and use your money more wisely, so this shit don't happen again. Get up and figure it out. Get up, go get you a loan, do what the hell you gotta do, borrow from a family member, and don't let this shit happen again. And you like, oh, the devil talking stuff. He mad. He mad because I'm solid as a rock. I'm solid as a rock. He can't move me because my Jesus coming. Silly shit like that. So then you're like, I got an idea. Now you got a brilliant idea. I'm going to call Pastor. Pastor going to fix this because Jesus ain't came. My lights cut off. They're like, hey, Pastor, I did what you said. I kept my faith. I fasted for 2 days and I'm sitting here. Well, how things going? Oh, it's dark, Pastor. They shut my lights off. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. You wait on Jesus. No. I want to ask you. My tithe money. Because, man, y'all, tithe money is different. Tithe money, they take 10% of your check every month. So all this plate throwing around on every Sunday, they even got us, babe, this church, they was throwing plate around our damn Bible study. I was like, damn. So basically, you giving them 10% of your check already, right? Every month on time, right? So every time you go to church, every Sunday, you put money in the basket 3 times throughout that Sunday, and on Bible study days, and on, oh, you want to do Women's Day, you want to do Men's Day, you want to do Fishing Day, Pastor Day, Cooking Day. You put money in for all that stuff. So where's all your money going? All your money going. You putting all your money in a basket, and then you wondering why you ain't got no money. You wondering why your pastor is living large and living rich. You, I don't know, in the projects, or you in a small area. I'm not making fun of the projects. People in the projects, no problem with that. I'm talking about if your mind is, I'm doing the right thing, so someday I can get out of the projects, or someday I can have a big house, or someday I can go further in life. If that's your goal, you're looking at the pastor like, okay, if I keep giving all my money, someday I'm gonna be rich like you. Now, do that even sound right? Let's rewind that. You're looking at this pastor, you're aspiring to be like this pastor, and what you're saying in your mind is, if I keep giving my pastor my money, someday I'm gonna be rich like him. Now, how you gonna be rich like him? You keep giving him all your money and your savings. What I just broke down, babe, was you give 10% of your check every month when you pay tithes, right? And then you give money 3 times a day. Right. I mean, 3 times on Sunday, every Bible study. And like I said, you do Women's Day, Men's Day, Pastor's Day, Barbecue Day. Right. And ain't none of that stuff free, though. You got to pay for them events, too. I'm sorry. They may give you a free picnic once a year or once every 3 years. But I'm talking about on a regular basis. You think, oh, Women's Day, they ain't want nothing but $100 for it for the whole weekend. But you pay it for everything. And you already paid. You paid up for, you pay all the time. And then, so she acting passive now. Well, you know what? I've been here for 20 years. They know I'm good for it. Mm-hmm. Pastor, you think I pay my, first of all, you would say, Pastor, can you help me get my light bills on? Because Jesus made a way. He told me the way was you then. So then he'll be like, did you pay your tithes, Sister Beth? Yeah, I paid my tithes. Sister Cheryl, can you grab that record book?
Go get them books.
I need you to check the record book, and I need you to see. What you say your last name? What? It's me, Miss O'Neill. I've been going for 20 years. Oh, yeah, baby. Yeah, okay, whatever. O'Neill, check down them tithes. I need the last 6 months. You see it 2 months? I need 6 months to a year. What you see down them tithes? Oh, okay. Oh, she good for it? Okay, yeah. It's how you pay tithes. But I'm going to tell you like this. This is not how it goes, You gave it to the Lord. You can't take it back. Mm-hmm. No, I understand. I just need $100. I understand. So you send all that food. We make food for y'all in the basement every Sunday. You be eating that plate, don't you? So you see your money. We ain't got that money. That money gone. Now I'm talking money we just got 2 days ago. That money gone. I mean, like I said, the lights on. Right? This pimp. This took all your money. And he told you go figure it out.
You see that park I got getting built out there for your kids?
Ungrateful. You're supposed to be a cheerful giver, and you are ungrateful. So now you go home like, I'm ungrateful.
What would Jesus do?
Right. So now you go home, you hungry, you've been fasting 2 days, you sad, you miserable, because it's like, and you in the damn dark. And your kids crying to get on your nerves. Why are you in the dark waiting on Jesus? When all you have to do is pay your bill, believe in yourself, and continue to go forward. Use common sense. It don't make no sense. And that's the same thing. Even when I was a Christian, I guess I was just bumping heads with what textbook Jesus was, because whenever somebody had a problem, my ass was Johnny on the spot. I'm finna work this, and that enemy voice telling me, why are you doing Jesus' work? You're supposed to be sitting there waiting. Oh, that's cool, you know what I'm saying? With me halfway, right. I'll see him on the road, you know what I'm saying, to Damascus, whatever.
I'll pass it on to
exactly. Him. I'm not gonna sit here and wait, no offense. I used to say this when I was in Christianity. No offense to Jesus, nothing like that. Maybe he ain't got call idea, whatever, he ain't hear me. But I'm gonna start working and walking while he meet up with me later. I'll be damned if realistic shit happens, like this person just robbed my fucking apartment. I'm gonna wait on Jesus to tell me what my next steps are. The fuck you mean? I'm finna press charges. I'm finna tell the police.
I'm finna wait on me.
I'm not waiting on nothing.
Wait on me, son.
I'm at that police station doing what I gotta do. Wait. Or if they, I'm not gonna be like, right. Like y'all have to start using common sense. Like, what should I do? Just think about it like this. This is a great example. And I'm not making fun of nobody. I just gotta talk from experience. That's just like this. That's just like this. Let's say you live. Okay, you're from. I'm trying to think of a state where I know nobody. Because I feel like I know somebody in every state. So I don't want nobody to think, oh, who's talking with me? I know somebody in every state. Let me try something. Alaska, great. I don't think I know nobody there. Let's say you are. I know somebody in Alaska. Man, stop playing. Let's say I'm from Alaska. No, let's try to say, I don't know, Utah. I'm getting Alaska, Utah. Let's say I'm from Alaska. I loved Alaska. Alaska was a great experience, okay? But I moved to Utah, I don't know, to pursue this church group or whatever. Now, while I'm in Utah, I'm having problems. I'm lonely. I miss my family. I'm just all these issues, everything that I just need help with. And something I'm feeling inside, hey, I miss Alaska. It's beautiful weather. I missed it. It's great. It's awesome. But then you're telling yourself, well, I got to wait on Jesus to tell me if I should go back to Alaska. I know I'm having hell here in Utah, and I hate the weather, I hate the people, whatever your situation is, and you're wanting to be in Alaska, but you're like, well, but my pastor is telling me that I'm the church's cook. And if I leave, I'm selfish to leave the church people hungry, because Jesus wouldn't let nobody hungry. So now you're full of guilt, like, I miss my family, I miss my life, but I'm the church's cook. And this is my mission. You think you came here. It's not funny. It's really sad, actually. It's not funny that you think that you came here to literally be like a slave in somebody's kitchen and overlooked your entire life. Somebody using you to cook for people who are just basically taking advantage of you, when you should be going to be happy and pursue your life. But you're consumed with this guilt and this fear that if I break out of this and do what I'm called to this world to do, that I'm going to go to hell. I'm never going to be accepted. With the whole time you can't even see that you're being held back and suppressed by, these religions. And this isn't just Christianity, Hebrew, Islam, whatever. Like, I think about stories of how people want to be free and do things differently and for themselves, but it's like, I'm going to be shunned from my cults, basically. I'm going to be shunned. If you pay attention, it's just like anybody who's an individual it's like a threat to society, because it's like, I want to control you. I don't want you to think for yourself. I don't want you to connect with source. I don't want you to connect with source. What people call source, creator God. I don't want that for you. So my job is to keep you in fear so that you never get there. So we're just trying to say, self-love is being true to yourself. Self-love is healing. Self-love is knowing that you deserve the best for yourself. And I was told to say that no one will ascend unless they master self-love. Because self-love could be as simply as knowing that something is hurting you and you correcting that. But no one's going to do the work for you. That's what I'm sitting here to tell you. If you're a Christian, watch my page. I do not discriminate. Anyone can watch my page, no matter what you're doing, what you're into, where you're going, because I've been in those situations and I had to grow and go further. And it's people like this that's making messages and videos like this is what helped me move up to where I needed to go. Not no one's word, take no one's word as, oh, it's 1,000% right. Do your own research and only keep what resides with your spirit, because that means that that's of that point in time of your life where it's time for you to receive that message and for you to go higher, whatever your path and journey and purpose is. That's what that is saying. So you may watch this and you may think I'm speaking a foreign language. That's fine. It's not your time. It's not for you. Maybe it'll be your time in 5 years and you'll say, oh, I remember that girl. What's her name? What's her page? Oh, I can't find it, but she did mention that. So for some of you, it's just a seed. And for others, it's like, thank you so much. I've been waiting for this information. Or thank you so much. I'm not crazy. So what is being said is it's a trick if you sit there and say, someone's going to come and pull me and basically walk for me and fight for me. Because basically what I'm being told is no one can take your test for you. That's like you coming into the classroom and giving your test back to the teacher, like, write our answers down for me and then we're out of here. Like, no, you have to do the test. And that's what religion teaches you. Just wait for me. Just wait for me. Just stay low vibrational. Just stay beneath me. Never succeed. Never excel. Just stay down here because I know that I'm low and I'll never be high. So I'm going to keep you low so that I can feel good about myself. So that's why your family and your friends are used and people like that to make you feel low, because they're low. They're low and they see your potential. So they're just like, you know what? I'm going to beat her down, him or her down, so they stay down here with my low self. You know? So people are bullies. They take pride in keeping you low so that they can look higher. Your pastors are doing the same thing. They're full of pride. They love that you worship them. They love that you have sex with them. They love that you put their faces on posters and on bookmarks and worship them and honor them and put them on your wall. You know, and baby, you know something, even at the churches, they got things called your pastoring offering. You got a basket for that. You got a basket for Louise. She had a little cough yesterday. I'm talking about pre-COVID. Before this COVID, I'm sorry, before this virus thing got talked about, people used to say that, like, put a money in a basket because so and so came down with a fever. You know, so just any ways to get more money out of y'all. So we're just basically trying to show y'all the manipulation and those things where you was like, that don't sound right. Does you or the baby? The things that you like, oh, that don't sound right. Or, oh, that don't make sense. Or, oh, that don't add up. We're just here to challenge y'all to just, she looks just like you. Like she has your entire face. Like she is your twin. Like that is ridiculous. Why do you look so much like your poppy? Oh my gosh. Because it's like for a second I thought it was you. That I'm like, wait, that head is too small. Like she looks just like you. Like that. Oh, I be telling you, but like she really like she surprised me. Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss, mama. But yeah, so we're just basically trying to say that we just hope that we can be that breath of fresh air or that glass of water for those who have been seeking and searching for this. And they're just like, huh, finally. Like for those that was like barely hanging on, like I was about to give up. I was tired of searching. I was just like, ain't nobody else like this out here. And then boom, you find our video. That's she threw up on you.
Man, I was grabbing the thing.
You had the towel in hand and she went on.
She was sitting on it. I was gonna grab it because I was like, man,
he is the best storyteller.
There it goes.
The best storyteller in the world. It's like my honey will literally tell me like bedtime stories, and I don't think he even knows he's doing it. Like he is so descriptive, like he's so to detail. Like if I be like, I had a dream, I just be like, oh yeah, you know, I just walked in here and then I walked in the other room and I saw this statue standing up and you know, and I had a conversation and okay, I left. He would come in that same dream like So this is how it happened. As my eyes began to slowly open, they were dark. It was black everywhere at first, and then the more they peeled open, I began to see the whites on both sides. But then when I finally opened them all the way up, I looked down and I seen this towel on the floor. It was this. You quizzed it, he named the damn towel. I don't even know what the name is. And then he was like, well, then I noticed the right door. So then I looked around and I scanned the whole place. So I see how many doors is in the museum. I see how many windows was there. I see how many workers was there. This one window was a little bit higher slightly than the other windows. But I noticed that the left one door was open, but it had like a crack in it. So I watched that window. I watched that door for a while to see if anybody was going to enter that door.
I'm not that bad. You asking that.
So then the right side, I was like, okay, that's clear. So then after I got done sitting on the guards, it was 17 of them. You know, 3 was black, 4 was Asian. 5 was Asian.
Okay. You're the only one laughing.
No, it's because it's about you. It's because it's about you. So that is extremely descriptive for what I said. I literally just walked to the museum, said hi to the person, and I walked out. So after he scopes everybody, tells me that story. Then he's like, he finally sees the statue, so he has to describe that. Yeah, I know that's gonna take a while, so that's why. I was just giving you a compliment. Actually, I would say you're the best storyteller ever, and I have bedtime stories.
But I'm not that damn detailed.
Are you serious? That's what makes it so good. No. That's what makes it so good. That's why I'm telling you. But me, it's just like, oh, I walked in, you know, said hi to the person, walked out. But it's like he literally brings you into this. You can see the dream with him. Like and I think that's amazing because it's like I talk like that as an extrovert, but he thinks like that. He sees like that. I think that's pretty awesome. So I'm just giving you a compliment. Excuse me, sir.
I didn't say you didn't.
So yeah, that's all. I was just trying to say that. I was saying that. What was I even saying that?
I don't know. About the statue.
No, why was I talking about you being descriptive about the dreams? I don't know either. I'm sorry. Because you was telling a story. You started telling a story about, I don't know if you were talking about the church or whatever you were talking about, but you started being descriptive about something, and that's why I did it. Dang, we don't. Yeah, but yeah, so basically just listen to your inner self. You know, we're talking about those who are getting beat down and things like that due to religion and feeling guilty, and a lot of people to hold you down and you miss your purpose because their job is to make you feel bad about yourself. You know, bottom line, that's what the message was. So you have to be strong and say, you know what, I'm going to leave this stuff behind me and, you know, go further. I know this message was for somebody because this wasn't even planned, was it?
No.
Not at all. It's just maybe somebody's going through that right now. Right. Maybe somebody's going through that right now. Maybe somebody's going through I feel like he's showing me somebody like at a crossroads, I guess, deciding if they're going to continue to hold on to things that they no longer believe in, or if they're going to go forward and follow what the spirit is telling them to do, what their spirit is telling them to do, following their intuition and their common sense. Like, which one are they going to do? So religion is also, thank you, babe, I got it. I wrapped it back up. I got it. But religion is a part of being a part of the material world. And that's why I was led to make that video about selling your soul and what you sign up for and been on that line. Because religious is also picking materials over love. I rounded it back up, babe. That's how I know the spirit helped me. Religion is choosing material over love. Because you can hear yourself screaming for that help, screaming for that love, screaming for that attention, and you're ignoring yourself, your true self, just to say, I look good in this church, or I'm a deacon. You love that title so bad that you know it's wrong, but I'm getting worship. I'm getting title. To be honest with you, I don't know the deacons, from the elders, so I'm not making fun of anybody. I don't know I only knew I literally just learned, well, only one I ever think I really knew was the pastor, and then later on in life I found out what the damn first lady was. But all I'm trying to say is some people love their titles to death. Like they will see stuff and just let it slide. Like I seen Pastor spend that money badly, or I seen Pastor cheat on his wife. I dropped him off at the lady house, pick him back up. You have them things within you that's just like this is wrong, and that's what that video meant about material love. But you so worried about that status in that church. You want your face on that poster next Sunday, or that Hebrews like cat, whatever. You want to be on that poster so bad that you're just like, I will go against all that belief. I will sell my soul so that I can be on this poster. I will sell my soul so that they're gonna clap when I come out. They're gonna stand up. Every city I go, I got churches in every country, in every city. They're gonna rise up for me. I got camps every city. I got debates everywhere I go. They know my name. That's choosing money over love. That's the ones who chose material money over love. I ain't gonna say no names. You yourself, through your study and your research, you have seen who you feel like will choose them titles and that status, those materials over love. You know what love also is? Love is loving your family, knowing the truth and withholding that from them. That's choosing material, because you have the power and the platforms to step up. Popular people that are getting the call and that are not doing that and helping people, they're going to be in a lot of trouble, because it's like people listen to you, people follow you. So that's you choosing material. Like, no, I want y'all to keep worshiping me the way that y'all have been. I want y'all to bow down to me. I don't want y'all to know that we all have power within us. I want y'all to think only I got power and y'all keep serving me. I'm y'all God. That's what their mentality are saying. Y'all gonna keep paying for my mansion and my elevators and my fireplaces. And y'all gonna stay beneath me, and y'all gonna watch me. Y'all gonna watch me come up, and y'all gonna stay down below me. Y'all my peasants. That's what these cults are telling y'all. Because as soon as you say, you know what, Pastor, I'm about to get my own church. Get that devil out of you. What are you talking about? I'm about to get my own church. You'll be nothing without me.
You gotta kiss my ring.
Right. Or you better sit down, or they'll laugh in your face. I ain't gonna come to your church. Who anointed you? Who anointed you? Exactly. You ain't graduate. Right. And then you and he will think, you gotta study a little bit more on the elder. And you think that you think you can confide in one of them, like, oh, I saw elder so and so do this, y'all. We gotta get out of here. This ain't right. And the next day, it's a meeting. You sit in a circle, the whole congregation, they're like, see, you that snake then. You the one that betrayed Israel.
Right.
You betrayed Israel. And you got us killed. You know what I'm saying? And the whole time you were trying to tell them, I found it, y'all. This is wrong. We did this wrong. Let me show y'all. And they like,
that little black boy,
right.
Nat Turner.
Exactly. So they think they see you the enemy. And all you had to do was listen to your path. That's what it's supposed to be about. Your journey, your path is individual. So you're supposed to listen to yourself and say, this ain't for me. I got to get out of here. But know that you ain't going to take nobody with you. You may take one with you out of 1,000 people in that congregation, but focus on you getting out. Because they love to try to use and twist that Bible backwards, but to really twist it backwards because they tell you that you need to be on the narrow path. How the hell are you on a narrow path? And it's it's a billion churches. A billion churches. I'm talking about if we just did nationwide, countrywide, whatever wide, it got to be at least a billion churches, at least a million of these cult campsites. And you want to tell yourself, I'm on the narrow path. I'm on the narrow path. I'm on the narrow path. Calling yourself, and these cults spread around, these churches spread around. What is narrow about that? But the ones that people that they call crazy, the ones that speak for themselves, stand up for themselves, think for themselves, use common sense, they're crazy, right? They look a little bit more narrower to me than a church on every street, on every corner. You got sad, you're on a freeway, you're on an expressway trying to drive, and you see a sign like, look at me, love Jesus. Like I'm supposed to be driving. And you got verses up there talking about come to my church and repent. And you're supposed to be driving. And y'all can't even see the illusion that you guys are on the broad path. You guys are on the broad path. You guys are on the broad path. The ones that are on the narrow path are the ones that were able to, that are breaking away from the system, that are breaking away from the social norms, that are breaking away from what you are told and expected to do, what you are told to just comply. You are told to just lay down. You are told to not talk. You are told to just take it. You are told to follow somebody's order, somebody's authority, even though when your intuition is telling you it's wrong. That's the broad path. Are you selling your soul? Are you taking the mark? You're on the broad path. Did you ever think about that? That you, have you ever thought that what if you had it all wrong? What if you have it all backwards? Have you ever had that epiphany that everything that you were taught and your religions and your cults are actually wrong? Since you're telling everybody else what they believe in is wrong, have you ever thought the possibility that what if you believe in is wrong? What if Christianity is wrong? What if Hebrew is wrong? What if Islam is wrong? What if cults in general are wrong? Have you ever thought how you stand out and point out to everybody else and judge everybody else that they going to hell because they don't believe in what you believe in? Have you ever took 1 second and had that epiphany and said, what if I'm wrong? And before getting pride, before getting fearful, did you even say, let me take some time to just back away from religion and seek myself, go into the quiet place myself to seek creator, source, God, whatever you refer to, him, her, whatever? Did you ever say, let me take a step back, breathe, without any distractions, without the Hebrew cults, without the Christians, and let me talk to creator myself? Without Jesus, let me holler at my daddy, whoever says it's their daddy, whoever says it's source, let me holler at source myself without Jesus.
You only got one daddy. Who's that?
It's you, Papi. Right. So for you, who I wasn't calling that person daddy, I said who they call daddy.
I just walked in the room and heard you saying daddy. So I just had to make it clear.
So you think I'm over here calling somebody? You think I'm over here calling somebody daddy?
I don't know what she was over here talking
about. Like I'm over here like, listen, daddy, I'm trying to put y'all into some free game. Like, nah.
Like I said, I walked in the room and I heard daddy. That's it. I didn't hear you calling me, so I'll make sure what it's on.
Anyways, so back to what I was saying. Y'all should have been like, you know what? I have been feeling this, so now that I got that message, I'm just gonna take some steps back, and I'm going to, for myself, ask creator, is this you? Is the eye holder? Is this you? Like, is this religious stuff you? Because I know a lot of y'all gonna be surprised that y'all are on the broad path, because what I'm being told to tell right now is all y'all could see was the physical. So y'all see somebody like me, oh, she got piercings, oh, you know, she's a tomboy, blah blah blah. She don't fit the look, blah blah blah. But oh my bad, I forgot. She's a Jezebel, whatever, all that. Married, but a Jezebel. But she's all that. But y'all didn't sit and think that the narrow path is spiritual, not physical, and that's why y'all not gonna know who's on it. Even though they plagiarized and stole from the ancient text, even that book they didn't even know how to untwist the message that was being dropped to us, because they knew how people would read that. So saying things like find the narrow path, that was supposed to just be a clue. Obviously, you ain't on the narrow path if there's a million churches everywhere. That was just a little plug, like, look for that narrow path. Look for that path where everybody else is just like, nah, I ain't never heard nothing like that. That's your narrow path.
Like
that's what narrow means.
Be like, oh, it's only gonna be 144,000 being
but count all the members
being saved. But you go to one city, one camp, one city, you got about 14 right there.
So look the fear that puts in. So now you in there thinking about in your mind, well, she probably gonna make, because you know her dress is international. But just think about it. So now you in a congregation looking at people like, I gotta eliminate this to make sure I make the fit. I make the number 144. So now you judging them like, well, she ain't gonna make because her dress is short. Jerome ain't gonna make because he cheated the other day. They're not gonna make it because she dyed her hair.
Right. Now reading scriptures.
Right. So you gonna
feel
So now you and your man trying to eliminate people because you're like, I gotta make that number. I gotta make that number. So now you becoming obsessed. Now you counting in there like, how many people y'all say y'all gotta get overseas? Damn, now they might put me out. So now you trying to work even harder because you're like, oh man, I might not make the number myself. So now you in deacon face like, what did the words to God for me? For the most high? Tell my cook yesterday. Just silly things like that. Like, I was only saying that because this is for y'all to realize, like, there was little clues dropped, and not just the Bible, like I said, all these other religious books too. Like how he read the book closely, it'll tell you it's against you. So that's why a lot of y'all felt the test, because what did the Creator say? If y'all want to believe the Bible, what did the Bible say? You're supposed to have knew that Bible from cover to cover. It said in the Bible, know it from cover to cover and precept upon precept. So if y'all really read it like y'all supposed to, that was a clue in itself for y'all path when he kept saying, read the Bible, read the Bible. You know why? Because if y'all would have read it, it would have broke y'all free. So that's why we all keep saying, well, if Jesus ain't here, why he keep telling me to read this Bible? So you can finish it and break the fuck up out of there. But now y'all won't read it. Y'all just sitting there and say, I know I'm saved. I'm going wherever he going. Yeah, you are. Because you won't read the Bible and get up out of it. That was a clue that you were supposed to unlock and be like, if you really read that Bible cover to cover, you would be disgusted. You would be disturbed. You would be sick. You would feel remorseful. You would be like, oh man, I thought this was my father or mother, whatever you was calling. You would say, this is what I thought? Oh no. Please forgive me for getting you confused and serving somebody else. And then you would have seen the clues that was left in there. Where everybody go the other way. Now they joining all the religions together. Where everybody go, run the other way. Because that's not me. And y'all like, but I'm on the narrow path because my skirt long. I paid my tithes. I ain't sleep with nobody's husband in 6 months. I'm on the narrow path. You see what I'm saying? But the whole time it's like, he's standing right there waiting. Like, I kept saying, seek me. If y'all want to try to use the Bible analogy, how many y'all really seek him? Y'all seek pastor. Y'all seek elder. Y'all seek Deborah. Y'all seek everybody YouTube page. But Sister Karen said this, and Sarah said this. Then y'all snapping on them. Why y'all sound different? Y'all confusing me. You confusing you. You supposed to be talking directly to source. What you even looking at YouTube for? I'm talking about trying to compare her opinion, her opinion, her opinion. What is your inside telling you to do? It's like y'all afraid to be your own self. When y'all self start talking to y'all, I better call Pastor. I'm hearing my own thoughts. Like, it's really like these movies keep showing y'all, like y'all are in these times, y'all don't even see it. In those times where we all live in a place where we're not allowed, oh man, this is what you're here for, baby, because you know all the movies that I don't know. Right. All the movies where, what's that movie, babe, where they couldn't read books? You showed me, like they was hiding.
They can have emotions.
Nope. No copyrights. He's just plugging y'all to watch the movie.
Oh, matter of fact, there's 2 movies like that. The one I'm talking about is called Equilibrium.
We all know you
can't have no feelings. You can't think.
No copyrights. We just plugging a movie.
Right. And then there's another one with what's his name? Michael P. Jordan, whatever his name is.
So basically, we're just saying, watch those things.
Where they burning books, like you can't read in that movie.
And this is stuff that came out maybe years ago. So all we're trying to say is we didn't even know ourselves that we was already living in those times. Like, the book is not, when they plagiarized, they wasn't really going to tell y'all. Y'all looking for a clue. Y'all like, when we going to be in the end times, we'll be in the end times. We already there. That is the reason why we were told to make that video a couple days ago and release that video, because y'all can't even see it. So the phase of the end time y'all in right now is when y'all can't read books. Just think about it. Oh, Pastor, I read the book. You read a book? Was Jesus in that book? And then you like, oh no, it was about self-love, self-heal. So you gonna listen to a person that's not Jesus that tell you how to heal yourself? You are just the evil. Put that book down.
Jesus is gonna heal you.
See what I'm saying? So you already in that time.
Jesus is gonna teach you.
And then you say, you know what, I'm about to go do a dance class. I'm gonna take dance class. I want to feel better about myself. You going to listen to that secular music? You going to dance? You going to think for yourself? You see what I'm saying? We already in that time. We just couldn't see it. Yeah, she's smart. We couldn't even see that we was in that time. And then it's like everybody fighting and my way is right. No, my way is right. Love, what y'all want to say? Y'all loves yourself. Pride. I'm the one who got the word. You don't got the word. My way is right. Your way is wrong. Look at all this stuff. Do that look new to you? Oh, Brother Jackson. And please don't be my name, Jackson. Let me make up a name. brother Jujuji and Jujuji, they finna have a battle tonight. And now y'all all a million y'all. I got his side. No, I got his side. So whatever these last days and these clue y'all looking for, y'all here. Jehovah and Jehovah. Y'all already in the last days. Y'all, the wrath or whatever that y'all was waiting on or whatever, that stuff has already happened. I told y'all in that last video. So while y'all was trying to get a clue, y'all supposed to read the book because that was y'all clue, broke free from the book, and kept going higher. But y'all,
it's all about evolving.
But y'all wanted to stay. Y'all wanted to stay there. Y'all love Pastor until y'all death. Y'all like, oh, she's still alive. What you talking about? Spiritual death. So all y'all was waiting for a clue, like, ain't no sign, ain't nothing gonna happen in this world. I'm still alive. I'm still walking. I'm still talking. Or are you? You see what I'm saying?
Oh, are we really in purgatory?
I'm just saying, do y'all want to?
Are we really in darkness?
Do y'all want to play those games? You such a weirdo. Like, do y'all want to play those games with y'allself? Like, y'all, that voice that keep talking to y'all, what make y'all think that voice wasn't gonna expire? When it kept saying, do this or do that, or take this way or take that, and now y'all no longer hear that voice no more. And now y'all feel lost. Like, I should have listened. I should have, I should have listened. That's the narrow path. That was your narrow path. That's your call. That's what it means about when y'all try to say about being called and being chosen. How can you be called if you are in a room full of people, aka broad path, full of people that's going the wrong way, and you're choosing? You can hear though. Those other people is like, they liken it to the movie Matrix. They can hear. They're able to. And no, I'm not good at movies. I know nothing about movies. It just came to my mind about some could hear, some couldn't. And basically, it's like y'all hear, but y'all chose not to hear because y'all is just so stubborn that my way was right. I have nothing more to learn. I'm not gonna be able to grow. I know what I'm talking about, and y'all got stuck. Still trying to find a clue. Still looking around. Still hoping that you can get out of this maze that you've created for yourself. So basically, self-love is following the intuition, answering that call, going forward, not getting stuck in the maze. And that's all religions are, all cults are, all clubs are, all follow me, all do this, do what I say, march this way, break this down, break that down, come here, come there, go there, all that. You talking, mama? You want to take over? So, you want to take over? So, all that is a maze, because then you're following this code. Oh, well, it was just that code. Then you go to another code. Well, it was just that church. Then you go to another church. No, maybe just that church. So you went to every church, you went out of state, and you still are choosing to run from the narrow path. So some of y'all have made y'all final decision, or some of y'all, well, like the last video said, those decisions was already made about who was gonna continue to ignore what they were feeling and who wasn't. So everybody's already picked their side and trying to change their own experiences that they received from spirit to match up with the Bible or to match up with somebody else's testimony. Don't ever do that, because your path and your journey is individual and separate for you. And that's what happens to a lot of us who are stuck in religion. We'll have a piece of our journey and then it will sound maybe similar or not too far from so and so, and then you just merge them two together. Then you merge their idea together, and now it has become a doctrine for everybody, because they're thinking, well, if you are silly, they're thinking that if they didn't get that message, is that not true, babe? Okay. Basically, one person get a message and interpret it wrong because they don't understand it in the spirit land. Then Judy gets her own personal message that's not even that close. But since they heard one key word and that sounds similar, like, we both got it, we both had a dream about a hair. So she might have had her dream about climbing up a long thing of hair, and then her dream may have been, should have been in the hair salon doing hair, and they both heard hair. So now you got Brittany trying to liken her experience to Amanda's, because she's like, if mine isn't like Amanda's, then I must not be chosen. I must not be special. So it might have meant that, it might have meant what Amanda meant.
Master your self-love.
Your own journey.
Believe in yourself.
Your own personal thing.
Meditate.
Right.
Talk to yourself.
Right.
Let your imagination run wild.
Definitely.
Just be you.
That's it. Is that right?
Just be you.
That's all I was trying to say.
Everything that you love and enjoy. And don't let no one ever tell you what you like or love or enjoy.
And that's basically about mine. I was just saying how those two will merge those stories together, and then it's a new doctrine going around, and everybody's getting on it because they like, if I didn't get the doctrine, then I mean I'm not special. I mean I'm not going. So then it spreads like a wildfire. And then everybody's saying things like, if you wear pink shoes, you're going to hell. Because she had a dream about a bunny rabbit, and they say, well, that symbolizes pink for some reason. And then she goes, well, you know, sister had a pink about a pink rose, and you had a dream about a pink bed sheet. So I guess what it's saying is, don't sleep in pink clothes. So now everybody's spreading that around like, I better say I got the message too, or I'm not cool enough or worthy enough. So we're just giving examples of get to that what y'all would call narrow, but it's really just it's just been individual. Bottom line, it's been you. The individual is who you were sent here to be. So if you want to call it narrow path, whatever. But if you stay the same as everybody else, you're gonna waste your life away, never do your purpose, and you're gonna fail, basically. So bottom line is connect with self, know self, love self, and we will be back when we're feeling spirit. Yes, babe.
Oh.
It's over.
I had so much to say.
We'll save it for another time. It's late. Okay, well.
All right, guys.
We wish you all happy ascending and love yourselves.
Dream about yourself. Believe in yourself.
Build yourself up.
Love yourself.
You are great. You are.
Remember, anything you possibly can think of can be yours. You just got to put your energy into it. And don't let nothing hold you back.
Positive, though. We ain't promoting saying no negative stuff.
Yeah, I'm not
positive things.
A cartel drug.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, like, positive things. Because some people do use things to do bad and wish bad. But we talking about, don't forget that those principles that was stolen, all that stuff still stands morally. What you do to others, what's going to come back to you, all that stuff still stands. Karma and all that stuff still stands. So don't do things like that. But that's for another video. And on that note, what we saying all of them is today, peace, shalom. And you know what? Our baby girl came in the room this morning. She's supposed to be sleeping. She came in and she was like, salam. No, I think she said, what's the one? Salaikum. She said salaikum or something. Man, she just said salaikum. No, maybe she said salam. She said salam. That's why I thought it was shalom, right? She came in and she was like, salam, and just walked away. So I was like, and I know she wasn't woke. No, she was standing by the door this afternoon, and so she was like, salam. And mind you, we made this video almost 2 in the morning too. So I'm like, they been asleep. So that was kind of weird. So what we say? Shalom, salam, peace, all that happiness, and what's love and care. Wait, it's another one you ain't forget. Oh, namaste. There you go. And aloha. Yeah, aloha. Bye. Aloha.
I don't know.
Adios.
Right. Amigos.
Adios.
See you later, alligator.
It's still good.
End it.
Okay.